rich women or any woman who is making more money than your significant other. Like, I'm talking about by a lot. Stop marrying these men. I'm not saying go marry a woman, but I'm just saying stop marrying these men that are not equally yoked with you. These men, most of the time, their minds don't work like women. Women, we think differently than men. So a lot of times men, they don't know really how to process being with a woman that makes more money than she. Most of the time when a woman makes more money than a man, and I'm not saying that dynamic can't work. I'm not saying that, but the odds, they're probably 9 times out of 10 against you. When it comes to men, a lot of times they don't know how to process being with a woman that makes more money. Most of the time it ends in divorce or with him cheating or something like that. So there are a lot of women in the industry, for example, that had to pay a lot of money in child support or spousal support. Kelly Clarkson allegedly had to pay her ex-husband $1.3 million. Adele, I think hers was record high, allegedly had to pay out $171 million to her ex-husband. It's like these men are marrying these women to get a check because they already know it's going to end in divorce. They already know it's going to end in divorce because a man can't handle a woman making more money than he. And that's why I recommend women stay single. If they want to cohabitate, well, not even that, because if you cohabitate, it need to be under 30 days. He don't need to be moving in with you, because in some states they consider that a common law marriage if it's past 7 years, and then you stuck paying him anyway. Britney Spears allegedly had to pay her ex-husband $5 million in child support over the course of 20 years, paying between $20,000 and $30,000 a month. Mary J. Blige allegedly had to pay her ex-husband $30,000 a month. $30,000. Sherry Shepherd, hers not too bad, but she had to pay her ex-husband allegedly $4,100 a month for the child that they adopted together. And Journey Smollett allegedly paid her husband $1 million in a divorce, and I believe about $7,000 a month in child support, and he allegedly is trying to come after her for more money. Stop marrying these men as rich women. You don't need to marry no man when you rich. You don't. You don't need to marry a man if you rich. I was trying to find rich women in the Bible who got married. Now, if y'all know of one, please list it below in the comment section, because I'm not sure if I was able to find one. I was searching, but maybe I didn't do a thorough enough search. There are a lot of rich women in the Bible, but I don't recall them getting married. And some women who were rich got rich by way of a man that they married, like Abigail. So all I'm saying is that men, their minds are different. They don't think like we do. We need to stop marrying these men unless we got a really, really, really good attorney that can have us and the man to marry ironclad prenup. I heard that girl, that lady who played on she played on that show, that guy who played in Everybody Hates Chris. She played in the show with him. I heard she going through a divorce. She won't even married that long. I don't even know why she got married. But she married some white man, and they were saying that she has an ironclad prenup, so I don't think he's gonna be able to get anything. And I pray that that's the truth. But stop marrying these men. I know a lot of women, they get married because they don't want to have children outside of wedlock, aka what they call bastard children. And I can understand that, but it got to be a way around it. It got to be a way around it, because it's not working out. It's not working out. It's just not. And these men are coming after these women, especially the black women. They coming after these women, the white ones too. But a lot of them white women, they got that money though. You know what I'm saying? They got the bread to pay these men. And I'm not saying that that's right. It's not right. But I'm just saying, like, we have got to start thinking more clearly about who we marry. If we can't find a man, like, pay somebody. As a wealthy woman, pay a matchmaker, a professional matchmaker. There's some matchmakers out there. They are very thorough. They have people on their team, like, that do blood work to make sure that you're they go about blood work to make sure you're a match. And some matchmakers have an astrologer on staff to look at the birth charts and all that kind of stuff in detail to make sure that you would be a match for someone. And some of the matchmakers, they range from $5,000 on up to like $50,000 to match you with somebody. And wealthy women can afford that. So all I'm saying is stop marrying these men. Stop being unequally yoked with these men. Y'all gonna have to start doing some footwork, leg work, get connected with people in the industry that can partner you up. Like, you take, like, Sierra. Shout out to Sierra for hooking what's that girl name? The girl up with the NFL player. Normani. Yeah. Somebody trying to call me. But yeah, like, get friends like Sierra who can hook you up with somebody. They got money. It's important. This is serious. This is our money on the line. This is our reputation on the line. We can't keep doing this to ourselves. We can't keep marrying men and giving our money away to these men. These women gave birth. They're carrying these children. They shouldn't have to be giving their hard-earned money away to no freaking man. Pay a matchmaker. Go talk to Rihanna. She used to be with a billionaire. Go talk to Janet Jackson. She used to be with a billionaire. She was married to a billionaire. Go talk to somebody who can partner you up with a rich man. Stop dating down. Stop marrying down. Stop doing this. It is hurting our community as women. We have got to stop marrying these broke ass men that ain't got no money. This not on our level. I'm talking about women across the board. Even if you not a rich woman, stop marrying a man because it's the thing to do, because you lonely, because whatever. Stop doing it. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting the children. Hold on, y'all. These people be acting like they don't know what to do when they get on the road. But anyway, all I'm saying is please use wisdom before y'all start marrying these men. Stop doing it. If you've already been married and you made a mistake, that's okay. Learn from your mistake. Teach somebody what you learned. Teach somebody what you learned. Teach somebody what you learned so that they won't make those same mistakes. Teach your children, your nieces and nephews, friends. I had a friend that was getting ready to marry a guy one time. I said, girl, don't do it. If you marry him, you're gonna regret it. And she didn't marry him either. And I was single at the time. She could have had looked at me like, well, you single, you just saying it because you ain't got nobody. But she knew I meant it. She knew I was being very candid. She knew I was not playing with her. I was like, girl, if you marry him, you're gonna regret it. And I was so straight-faced when I said that to her. And she knew I wasn't playing. She took heed to what I said, and she didn't marry that man. She is married today, but it won't him. And she doing a lot better off with the man that she's married to today. He a white man, she a African American. You know what I'm saying? And they got a cute little kid together and everything. But I'm just saying, like, use wisdom. Stop marrying these men because you don't want to be married out of wedlock. When Sherri Shepherd married that second man, I was like, whoever her friends are, if they don't stop her from marrying this man, she's gonna regret it. I said, he's a no-namer. He ain't got no freaking money that we know of. Because if he did, she would have to be paying his ass child support. I said, whoever her friends are, they're not real friends if they let her go down that aisle. I said this before she married her second husband. Then, years later, after the divorce, her friend, I believe it's Kim Whitley, she was like, I'm paraphrasing, I knew he wasn't the one. I knew he wasn't the one. She kind of alluded to she knew it wasn't going to work. And Sherri was like, well, why you didn't tell me? Well, I didn't want you to be mad. Girl, bye. If you a real friend, you'll never let your friend go down the aisle with the wrong man. That's just a fact. If you're a real friend, you're not going to do it. I don't even know why Sherri married his ass in the first place. I'm like, you already had been married. I'm assuming she married this second guy because she didn't want to be married. She didn't want to be having sex and stuff out of wedlock, because I know she saved and everything. She didn't want to have sex out of wedlock. And that's what I'm thinking, you know, because I know she was, you know, telling, you know, she was clear about the fact she was saved, a Christian, and all that kind of stuff like that. And a lot of women, that's where they go wrong. They marry men, including myself years ago, marry men because we don't want to be doing it outside of the covenant, outside of God's original plan. But this is a new day and age. That stuff ain't working. We have to really pray and seek the face of God about before we go down the aisle, because if you keep marrying different men, that still got to be a sin within itself, because you're taking a vow. You're making a vow to God that's being broken every time you get a divorce. And you should have had consulted with God before you married this man in the first place. Stop marrying these men that you're not equally yoked with. These men are not playing fair. They're the new woman. They're the new feminine. They're embodying that whole feminine energy, except it's toxic because it don't belong in their vessel. They don't have a problem with deleting women and going to jail. They'll do it happily. Even if she got his children, they'll do it. They don't have a problem going to court. They'll go to court to get your money before they go to court to get custody of their own children. But they'll go to court to get their money out you. And it's like, we have to be smarter than that. Stop marrying these niggas that we not equally yoked with. Stop doing it. It is hurting the family, the community, the financial structure, all of that. These men taking these women money, and they're just spending it on themselves and whoever the new woman is in their life. And that's not right. And I think that was something that Wendy Williams was trying to avoid. I think that initially, when she was having all that financial stuff, I think initially, allegedly, I think she was doing that to not pay her ex-husband money to take care of that woman he was with. I really do believe that. But, you know, that's alleged. That's not what I heard or read or anything like that. But, I mean, well, it was some resources that kind of alluded to that. But I can't really say I blame her. Shoot. Wendy, she's smart now. She loved her husband, but she's smart. She was like, that was the one thing I told you not to do, was to have a baby on me. And you gonna do just that? So, all right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Please comment, like, subscribe. I'm gonna check you in the next video. I have another video comment. Why are men popping up, being deleted, and the mystery behind it, and they blaming it on Sundown Town? But is that really the real reason? All right, y'all. Catch you in the next one.